Welcome everyone. This webinar is going to be about how Microsoft AI agent are transforming municipal contact center. I'm with my friend Chris. First, we'll go quick about who's Justiceoff for those that doesn't know us. Then we'll explore a brief introduction about Dynamics 365 being used by cities and how you can leverage Dynamics 365 to modernize citizen services. We'll go what is agentic AI, what it does, and try to present a few use cases, what's possible as of today, and what's the future coming for agentic AI. And we're going to show you different scenarios that we've developed with customer using Dynamics 365 and Microsoft AI. So one of the use cases that we'll do is how we leverage AI using a phone call in a contact center to generate case. One of the use cases that we're going to present as well is how to generate a smart knowledge base using online information and your own database. So let's get started. Let's just start a bit about Justiceoff. We've been helping organizations for the past 28 years, implementing CRM, ERP, and now AI solution. We've built two products, CVO, that's for citizen request management, and Legio for regulatory bodies management. And we've done over 900 projects. We've got a team of 110 specialists, all based in Montreal, Toronto, and in BC's. We're starting having more and more consultants across Canada, and it's our goal to become a really big leader in Canada in terms of Microsoft technologies. We're proud to be one of the only partner that's B Corp certified. We try to be fully carbon neutral and offer a best commitment for our social and environment accountability. We're also being recognized for 4 consecutive years and named one of the Canada best workplace in 2024 and 25. We're only focused on Microsoft. And one of our core differentiator is our values. We try to stay as much possible on our values. We call ourselves Microsoft Maniacs. We're, like I said, 100% dedicated to Microsoft technologies. We don't use anything else. We still try to test everything to know what's happening in the market, but we stay on Microsoft and we develop our knowledge on that solution. Once again, we really put humans at the heart of our business. Technology is a tool, but trust, collaboration, empathy are what truly drive results. We build meaningful relationship with our team, with our partners, with our customers through really authenticity. We try to be as authentic as we can. We deliver as well a specialized solution. We try to understand the industry. We don't try to be everywhere. That's why we've developed a solution for citizen request management, one for association management, and we've been developing those solutions as much as we can to not only be a technology provider, but to be an advisor as well. We're one of the top partners in Canada that's do CRM, ERP, and AI. So we don't just implement tools, we connect them together. We've got a ERP team, we've got a CRM team, we've got AI team, and we try to do as much as we can that every consultant in our team are aware of all those solutions and all of those technologies. So pretty much for the past 7 years, Jeff has developed a solution on Microsoft Dynamics 365 called CVO. It's for citizen request management software. We started implementing in the past with Gatineau, Laval, Lévis, and Terrebonne, and we've developed thousands of hours in that solution. The goal of that solution is to have a really good citizen portal to be able to do the request online, follow up on different status. We've developed also hundreds of rules for intelligent routing to make sure any requests get to the right department, to the right person, and to make sure that there is a gain of efficacy with that solution. We did the integration with S3. We've developed multiple different functionality over the years, and our goal is to make sure that we offer a better citizen experience, a faster processing time, a stronger interdepartmental collaboration, and also a better performance visibility for your team. And one thing new that we did present in the past, but JustSelf is the only Microsoft partner that are now offering a fixed scope implementation for Dynamics 365 customer service under $100,000 and including all the different functionality that we've developed over the years. So normally those projects can be 3-4 times as much, but it's been really a game changer to be able to offer that fixed scope implementation. So that was my sales pitch. Let's move to the real topic of today. What's agentic AI and how it can transform your customer service? Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. There's a lot of buzz around AI in customer service, AI, ChatGPT, Copilot. To make sense of it, Christian will walk us through the difference between generative AI, agentic AI, and why that distinction matters and when it comes to real world implementation and results. Over to you, Christian.
Thank you, Fred. So first and foremost, welcome everybody. I'm really happy to be able to share this knowledge with you today. What's generative AI? Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content like text, images, code, or audio based on patterns that has learned from large data sets. Unlike traditional AI that just classifies or predicts, generative AI produces original outputs such as emails, blogs, or code, summaries of long documents, customer service replies, even marketing visuals. At the core of this large language models, like GPT-4, which Microsoft uses through Azure OpenAI, these models understand tone, context, and domain-specific info to generative high-quality content, like what you see here with Microsoft Copilot on the little image on the right side here. In short, generative AI helps you go from idea to output faster and smarter. The second type of AI that we will talk is agentic AI. Unlike generative AI, just creates content and blogs, just like I precedently explained, agentic AI is designed to act on your behalf, almost like a digital employee. It doesn't just respond to prompts, it plans, executes, and adapts to achieve a goal. It can break down objectives into tasks, call multiple systems or APIs, what would bridge from one system to another, automate full workflows, and learn and improve based on results over time. The key difference, agentic AI isn't just a tool you use, it's an autonomous collaborator that helps you drive real outcomes. On the right of the slide, you see an example of a Power Virtual Agent, which is a chatbot working across a system in a coordinated flow. Back to you, Fred.
And back in the days is 3 years ago, to be able to do what agentic AI is gonna do now, we would have to develop a lot of automation workflows and different processes, and all that is able to learn without having to do all that programmation. And that's why it's becoming a key player for customer service, because what we've seen in municipality, there's labor shortage. It's hard to keep your reps, your customer service agents, and most of them, like 43% of them, feeling overwhelmed by tool system. They find that the role becomes more complex, and that's why generative AI has become to really have more impact in terms of bringing more real-time insights, bringing automation tasks, also to simplify specify certain part to make sure that they can maybe refer the right knowledge-based article with the right request. So the goal from that is really to reduce the incoming calls through better self-service. So to make sure that the citizen, when they do request on the website, when they do use a chatbot, they get better answers, better information, and they don't need to talk to a human, and it makes sure that it goes really with lower resolution time. As an example, agentic AI today is going to create tasks for the agent to do the follow-ups, going to create emails, going to do much more to make sure that the agent's going to save time in his work. It really helps create simple automation, and one of the presentation that we had from Microsoft was what AI is going to be in 3 years, going to be 1,000 times more stronger than what it is today. So we're talking today about this ability to send emails, to send some tasks, and to do some minor things. But when we're going to move forwards, we're going to see a lot of different change. As an example, this is the presentation of how AI is going to transform and support agents to interact with citizens. The first part is to be able to analyze the customer message in real time, to understand intent. This enables the system to automatically categorize the requests using preset rules from the knowledge base, from the historical ticket data. From there, the AI is able to connect with the CRM, with the ticketing platform to retrieve the customer history and to see how they like to interact, if they prefer SMS, email, phone calls, and to be able to develop and support the next interaction based on that historical data. As the conversation continues, AI is going to be able to analyze the sentiment, either from the call, from the email, from the SMS, going to be able to give you the sentiment analysis and give you evolution of the case management, and to be able to react if the sentiment is going down. AI is going to search in the internal knowledge base to recommend the best possible resolution, surfacing relevant article or either internal solution. And this way it's going to produce email or produce personalized resolution step, offering a clear step-by-step path for the agent. So it's going to really help the onboarding of new agents. This way the system's going to help them. It's not going to be only a data entry system. And this is pretty much one of the architecture that we're going to show in terms of AI. I don't want to go a bit too technical, but you can see the AI agent's going to connect with the CRM. It's going to connect with your different systems, and they're going to gather that information back to be able to be more relevant and to answer the system as fast as possible. And from that, it's going to develop also workflows based on historical data. So that's why the CRM system, either Dynamics 365, is going to become important, because that historical data is going to help the AI develop and strategize on what they should do to resolve those issues as fast as possible and increase customer satisfaction. We're going to start with a short video from Microsoft. Then it's going to show pretty much the future of Microsoft AI and what they see in terms of customer service and what's going to be fully functional this year. Right after, we'll walk you through 2 real-world scenarios that we've built with existing customers, and we've reproduced them here so you can see exactly how it works in practice. So let's start with a small video.
There's no sound.
Oh. 1 second. Christian is telling me there is no.
Let's see how the case management agent reduces the manual burden on service reps throughout the case lifecycle. Here, I'm a service rep, and I've been connected with a customer to resolve a new issue. Instead of having to manually create a case, I see the agent has already generated one. It identified relevant case details based on the customer's history and the transcript to auto-populate the appropriate fields. With Copilot, I'm also provided with a summary and other information to help quickly get me up to speed. And if I need a little more help, it will jumpstart collaboration with Microsoft Teams. Once I finish this chat with the customer, the agent will provide a summary and continue managing any follow-up needed for this and my other open cases. Here the next day, alerting me to an email from the customer. It proactively drafts responses, which I have the option to review and edit before they're sent. Otherwise, the agent will continue monitoring and autonomously responding as needed until I'm prompted it's time to close the case. Once I confirm, the agent automatically generates wrap-up notes, fills in the resolution details, and closes it for me. Copilot.
So now we're gonna show you a real example that we've done for case management for cities. For each of our webinar sessions, we build a custom mock environment based off one of the registrants. Last time we chose one of the city that Christian happened to be there on vacation. This time we wanted to be a bit more fair with all the registrants. So we did a random selection with Microsoft AI and used their publicly available website content to create the knowledge base, just to show you how it would work in a real world like setting without accessing any private data. That city is not our customer or anything like that. We just wanted to show a real life example without using one of a real customer. If you're interested in seeing how our tools could work for your city, nowadays the day to reach out. It will be our pleasure to set up a task for you guys. Now Christian will show you how AI can leverage a call recording transcription to automatically trigger and streamline some tasks for case management and making the entire support process faster and more efficient.
Perfect. So let me share the video. Like I thought you were the one that's going to show it. Let me, if you have it in handy. Do you have it, Fred? All right, let me just get it.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot that we recorded that one because it was I had to play a part of that video as well. So
yeah, doing a phone call.
I've got it. Let me.
Okay, hold on.
I can share if you want, Christian.
Okay, go ahead, share it, please.
Oh, 1 second, I didn't share my sound.
Good morning, City Services. This is Alex speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Ben Tucker. I'm calling again about that puddle, the size of
We
a
lost
cigar
the
bowl
image.
right in front of my driveway. I reported this last week by email, and I'm honestly shocked that nothing has been done yet. It's directly in the path where I need to back up my car every day. I'm beyond frustrated at this point. I took the time to report it. I've been more than patient, and yet radio silence. No follow-up, no update, no fix. This is completely unacceptable. And when can I expect this to be fixed?
Okay, thank you for calling, Mr. Tucker. Just to confirm your address, you're at 1001 Lytton Court in Pickering?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you. I see your previous report from last week here in the system, and I can definitely understand why you're upset. It looks like a case was created, but not completed. Let me escalate this for you right now and request a priority status. I'm really sorry no one followed up with you.
I sure hope so, because this delay is unacceptable, and I want to see action on this.
Understood. I'll mark this as urgent and get back to you with an update by the end of the day.
Thank you.
So what you just witnessed is an incoming call from a citizen to the 311 agent. Upon the reception of the call, as soon as the call came in, you noticed that this form here opened up. which identified the caller. So the citizen Ben Tucker was identified based on his phone number. And in our case, our customer already sent us an email stating that he had that problem with a pothole. So Ben already had a case that was open. As soon as the citizen called back, we had all this information already gathered. As well, during the call, I forgot to show you Copilot, but Copilot also identified the pothole as being the issue. And the agent that will answer the call will have immediately a keyword is identified. Copilot will assist the 311 agent with knowledge articles that is linked to that citizen request. And it's always going to give us the sources from where he gathered that information. So if I click here, we'll notice that there's a Pickering knowledge article based on how to report a pothole and all the necessary information. So this information could have sent him this procedure by email during the call. Another thing that's important for your team is being able to have the sentiment. So as you can see here, Ben Tucker, the sentiment is negative. So of course, this sentiment identification is really based on keywords that's being used during the conversation. We have here Copilot that can do a summary of the cases of the active case that was already linked to Ben Tucker so that the agent have everything in handy so that you can give a proper service to the citizen that called in. We have also the case number that was already created. So basically we have everything here so that the agent can add information, complete the request, do the necessary activities so that we can resolve the issue of the pothole. So here we have the ticket, and we can see that we were non-compliant because the citizen created that case a few days ago, like you mentioned. So we have here activity 1 overdue follow-up. The agent did create himself a task to remind himself of calling back the citizen. And if I wanted, I could have created a quick email if the citizen wanted to have the reference on how to proceed to declare a pothole. And we can ask him to resolve the customer problem. So dear Tucker family, thank you for bringing up the pothole issue to my attention. To report a pothole in Pickering, you can follow these steps. So as you can see, in a simple click, he created the email I could have sent to the citizen, and he can, once again, you can make sure that he's not giving wrong information. You can always have a link to the knowledge article that gave this procedure to the agent. Another interesting feature is that all those conversations that an agent had with a citizen by phone will be recorded. So that means that you'll be able to have access to those recordings so that you can revise them and see the analysis. So you can see here the period for which the call were negative so that you can determine how was the sentiment on that call.
Yeah, I think I'll never be a good actor, but this is one of the good example on how we can leverage Dynamics call center functionalities to do automatically the transcript with the AI, get the summary, get the next step. Our knowledge base wasn't amazing, so the recommendation from the AI was just how to report a pothole. But if we've got a much better knowledge base, next time it's going to recommend the right article or the right email based on the historical data. So let me just close this one.
Yeah.
The next one, if you want to go, Christian.
Yeah, so thank you, Fred. Now I will walk you through a demo on how to build a smart knowledge base agent. So basically, I'm going to share my screen and show you how you can have access to this AI to create your own public knowledge base articles, the internal knowledge base articles. So to decipher what's the difference, a public knowledge base article is what you would like to have set to be public and usable by your citizens. And internal knowledge base articles are more internal procedures on how you'd like your 311 agents to reply to certain requests and the information that would need to be gathered to be able to give the proper service to our citizen. It can also help you write a social media post or draft a public announcement. So the agent is really there, and it's going to always base its answers based on either your website or maybe internal database that you have. Maybe you have all your procedures on a SharePoint site, so it can really dig in and base their answers only on what is true to your city and not based on the whole internet and all different cities on how they resolve issues. So just to give you a quick glimpse, let's say I want to create a public knowledge base article about just, let's say, on how to report a pothole.
If you can zoom a bit on your
Yeah,
screen, I think
for
it's gonna
sure.
be.
There we go. So I prompted the AI to base itself on the website of the city of Pickering to create that knowledge base article. What it's currently doing, it's digging in on the website to create the article, and I can even inform the agent on how I want him to set up the knowledge base. So the different section on how to reply to my prompts and my orders that and my requests I give to the AI. So this is by default what I asked him to do. So when you create a knowledge base articles, I want you to give me a summary. I want you to identify keywords. What is the target audience? This a step-by-step process and processing time. So how much time should the citizen expect its request to be fulfilled, and any additional important information that might be needed. So it really structures the knowledge base articles the way I've asked them to do. And I'll show you later on a bit on the back end on how you can really set this up so that it will really provide an answer the way that you want it to be answered. It can and of course you always have access to the resource of where you got that information to make sure that the information was properly given. It's going to always prompt you to give you other options that you might not have thought. Let's say that you would like to include info about winter pothole repairs, or if you want to generate a PDF of that answer, it's going to be able to do based on the prompt it's suggesting you. So this is for an example of a public knowledge base article that can be created through the AI. And I'm going to show you also, it can also, like I said, write a social media post. So right now we're in the summertime. So write a social media post about the 2025 summer camp inscription.
It's a bit late to start doing.
Yeah, I'm a bit late, but what can I say? Look, just to show that and how it's going. And by building the social media post, it's really going to base itself on social media best practices so that you don't need to bother yourself of wondering, am I structuring my social media post correctly? Am I using the proper wording? Is it too long or too short? So it's going to do it based on best practices for you. And if I want to be more specific on the type of social media post that I'd like. So I'm prompted to, and offers me, do you want to make it for an Instagram, or I could ask, or maybe it's for a LinkedIn post I'd want, but let's see what it's going to do if I ask him to make it for Instagram. So it's going to really reset the social media posting to be fitted correctly within an Instagram post. And there you go, get all those keywords. So it really is going to adapt the structure of your social media post based on the type of social media you're using. If you're using Facebook to communicate with citizens, or LinkedIn, or whatever other social media platform, it's going to be able to adapt itself and create the social media post for you. Now,
and Christian, again, you can give instruction as an example. If you don't like the type of output, you can give different instruction to give a different voice for the agent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. So you can really design it to answer yourself, to have it answer yourself the way you want it answered. So you can really design it this way so that it's really optimal and works in the way that and in the fashion that you want it to work. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to create one. So basically I have this agent that's already been created. So Pickering Knowledge Agent, and I'll show you that backend. And when I say backend, sometimes it can scare people off, but I want to reassure you I'm not an IT engineer, and I was the one that was able to create this agent. And what's wonderful is that you can even use Copilot or ChatGPT to tell you how to design the type of instructions that you need to put in so that the agent replies the way you want it to reply. Basically, this is the back end, so you only need to give it a name, you can put in a logo, give it a description of what it's the purpose of that agent, and here's the instruction on where you give him the instruction on how you want it to reply to you. So this is really basic stuff. As you can see, you don't need to know how to code to create that. And you can also give him the target of where to gather the information to inspire his answers from. So you can put up to 4 different websites, or you could even put in, like I said previously, if you want to put in a link to a SharePoint site, you can put it there, and then the AI will only base his answers based on where you give him access to the information. It will not improvise any answers. It will really use the available information to give the answer to your request. And of course, you can, go ahead, Fred.
So this way, if you've got a part of your knowledge based on your website, one part either on SharePoint or in OneDrive, you can connect to both, and this way it's going to be much accurate than just on your website.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And of course, when you create your agent, you can decide if you want to share it with other members of your team, or if you, and you can even push it to be a system-based, meaning that whoever has access to that license will be able to have access to those agents. So you can create more than one agent. You don't need to do a generalist agent. You have really task-specific agents for which you can create them. So it's really easy to design, and it's really a perfect assistant for you to save those laboring tasks or repetitive tasks that you may have. It can really help you out there. And it's an ongoing technology. As it goes, it evolves, and more and more features will be made available for you. If ever you're wondering if you have access to this, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to guide you and know and tell you if you have the proper licenses, if you have the proper product to be able to use that feature within your own organization. So we're there to answer any questions you may have concerning that. And like Fred said previously, we do have a dedicated team that manages everything that is AI specific. So we do have a specialized team for that department. So that was.
So if you guys have any question, we're already 6 minutes over. We tried to do a shorter webinar to make sure that more can attend. But again, if you like to generate Copilot or AI or test it out, we've got a free 2 hours workshop that we're currently offering. It's 100% offered by Microsoft, so there is no cost, no commitment. And if you like to book it, you can reach out to Ben. Ben, if you want to present yourself, I don't know if you. But
I'm coming.
you can. So you can reach out to Ben. Also, Ben and Clara is going to be at the AMO annual conference, so don't hesitate to book Ben on bit.ly @ben-cvo, or we're gonna reach out by email with all this information and everything. So don't hesitate to book him out, and we would be pleased. I know we've shown different ideas of AI and possibility, but if you've got more ideas or you'd like to test it out or try something else, as an example, in my role, I've done an AI agent for job posting to write the different job posting. I connected with my historical job posting that I've done in the past, and this way it's able to generate them for me. And there is so many different possibilities that we can do nowadays. So thank you so much for attending.
And Ben, just before we leave, can you inform our viewers? I know you're traveling a lot, where they'll be able to see you in the upcoming months.
Yes, we're traveling a lot over the next months, and having said that, we had a couple of a big conference in the past, and we had a lot of conversations with your colleagues. And I can tell you that there's a lot of interest around CVO and the approach that just bring to the table. So do not hesitate. I'm a free guy. So free consultation, you just booked me, and I will be very pleased and looking forward to talking with you or meeting at the conference over the next months.
Perfect.
So thank you all to attend.
Thank you so much, and have a great summer and great vacation for those that are leaving in vacation next week. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.